Well, guys, good evening. This is Rokani David, and today we are here to talk about Mikel Arteta snubbing Real Madrid, making his point clear that he is seeing himself at Arsenal for a very, very long time. I think that can put a little bit of a glimmer of hope into your heart. Smash the like button, comment and share. Trossard and Nketiah injury boost issued by the manager Mikel Arteta, and obviously Gabriel Martinelli trusted by Mikel Arteta to a level of really seeing him as the next player that is going to solve the problems of Arsenal in the striking position. So guys, I've come in late, but I had some things that I've been really sorting out. But trust me, today, it's a match day. We are going to go all out and put out close to 5 videos concerning Arsenal. So guys, at around 1945, we'll be live on this channel with the confirmed team news. And after that, we will come back with the match reaction. Then there is how it happened, then the manager's reaction, and obviously what we call the player rating. So it's really going to be a very heated up day. We are really having lots of things to tackle, and let's start it off with this. And I promise you that by the time we end the day, everything will be rosy. That's it. Now, let's get into Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is one of the managers of Arsenal, and he has been having a very good season, especially this one. Previous season was good according to me, but the problem was they never met the target because they dropped tools and they failed to complete in the 4th spot of the Premier League to guarantee them Champions League football. And the problem was theirs for not signing players in January. The reason as to why Spurs went ahead to qualify for the Champions League ahead of Arsenal, it's because they brought in Bentancur and Kulusevski, but Arsenal never brought in any player. But I think they learned a lesson from what they did last January of 2022, and this January of 2023 they brought in 3 signings: Jakub Kiwior, Trossard, and Jorginho, that have been so much important to the side of Arsenal on the works they've gone ahead to do. So after all what that he put up, Real Madrid looked like they want him as their next manager because they are losing out on Carlo Ancelotti, and secondly, they don't like the way Ancelotti plays the game of football. Amidst him winning trophies, they want what we call flowing football. Flamboyant football is what they want, but Ancelotti cannot provide it to them. And rumors were Real Madrid, they are not rumors by the way, Real Madrid we are looking at Mikel Arteta as the next manager of Real Madrid, that is next season. Then Arteta has come out and really said, and given his say on to Real Madrid having an interest in him. He said, managers, all players cannot control that is written, can't control what is written, but what I can tell you is that I'm fully focused on what I'm doing here. I'm extremely happy, proud, and great to be at this club. I think this is what you would love to hear if I told you are an Arsenal fan. This guy is one of a kind. He had never been a permanent coach or a first coach of any team. It shows you how hugely talented Mikel Arteta is. He never was ahead of Pep Guardiola. He was the assistant of Pep Guardiola. And guess what? Most of the managers would wish that from being a coach, from being an assistant coach of Pep Guardiola, I would go out and start training like Everton as the first team coach, Southampton. I gain the required experience, then I come onto the huge teams like Arsenal. But his first job as a permanent manager was given to him by his former team known as Arsenal. And Edu trusted him. He went to Mikel Arteta's house for close to 2-3 weeks to convince him. Arteta was convinced and he laid his conditions. And I think in some of the undisclosed quotes were that to think of sacking me, you are going to take 3 years because I believe this project needs 3 years. However much Arsenal fans are calling him, sack Arteta, I told them they cannot sack him. They can't sack him, and Edu can't do that because it will be a glitch and a dark spot in his career. You get? One, everyone referred to Mikel Arteta as a naive manager by then, that he had never managed a team like Arsenal, though he was at City, but being in total control differs from being the assistant. and he came out and really turned things around. So he's made a very huge history. It shows you how talented this guy is. When he was still a player at Arsenal, as he was pursuing his managerial badges, UEFA A, UEFA Pro licenses, when Arteta came in England, amidst Mikel Arteta not have practiced anywhere as a coach, he told him, come and join me. It shows you that the coaches or the tutors that were really lecturing Mikel Arteta had sent messages to these other managers that this guy is good. He's good. So his goodness has been seen at Arsenal, that he has gone ahead to sign in players. Almost the entire squad at Arsenal is now signed by Mikel Arteta. He has built his army, and his army is really doing wonders, and they might find themselves winning the league this season. They might even pull out a double if at all they continue fielding a very strong team in the UEFA Europa League. So Mikel Arteta is a blessing to Arsenal, and hearing him say that I'm not going anywhere, I'm here for this project, that is enough to calm the players down and the fans of Arsenal. Secondly, there is no way he can go to Real Madrid. He's a La Masia graduate. You get? If at all Barcelona were the team that was knocking on the door of Mikel Arteta, you would have had a reason to worry, guys, Arsenal fans. You would have had a very huge reason to worry, because Barcelona looks like they're acting like an army. You know, there is a saying that once a soldier, always a soldier. And obviously, once a Catalan, always a Catalan. Once a La Masia graduate, always a La Masia graduate. All the La Masia graduates have a soft spot for Barcelona. Every time it's shrinking, they feel like they can go back. Even Pep Guardiola came out and really hinted about it, that he feels for Barcelona. Anything that Barcelona wants from him to offer to them, he can. That's why you see to it that he can easily sell Ferran Torres there. He can easily sell, they even want to sell Laporte there. Bernardo Silva wants to go that side. So it shows you how good the situation is for Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. He's confident. The board has backed him, and they are willing to back him more in the summer. So Mikel Arteta is 100% okay with what is happening at Arsenal. So Arsenal fans, relax and float. The main man has said, I'm going nowhere. I'm here to stay and keep the team here with me. That is Mikel Arteta. Now, Arteta was asked about Leandro Trossard and Trossard Nketiah, so he provided an update for these players, and it's really encouraging. He told us that let's see how they evolve. Obviously, we have had a few issues in the last few days. We are trying to accommodate everyone and get everybody in the best condition today. So, meaning that today, Arteta is planning to go with what he's having. Whether he's going to shock us with Gabriel Jesus, we don't know. But he's talking about them returning in the next few days. The next few days, that is Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, they are going to be playing against Fulham, and they need these players back. If there is a player they need back, it should be Leandro Trossard or Trossard Nketiah, one of the two, to lead the line as they play Fulham. Fulham is not going to be an easy game. Remember, Arsenal is going to be playing on Thursday, that is today. Then on Sunday, they are going to play away at Fulham. Fulham is one of those teams that are really hard to beat. And will Arsenal really get the grip to really smash them up? That is the huge question. But that is good to see it that Leandro Trossard and Trossard Nketiah are just few days away from return, because as the team of Arsenal stands, it plays better with the centre forward leading the line, especially Leandro Trossard playing as a false number 9. And for Leandro Trossard being told that his injury is not going to take long, it's just 1.5 weeks, meaning that on Sunday, it would have made close to 8 days, and we might see him really return. And Trossard Nketiah had an ankle injury. We don't know how they are going to really go on with it. Yeah, because this is going to be the second week of him not playing the beautiful game of football. He last played when Arsenal was beating Everton 4-0. That's when he last played. So that means yesterday, on Wednesday, he made a week, and on Sunday he would have made close to 12 days, almost 2 weeks of him being out of action. So we are waiting to see whether when Arsenal returns from Sporting Lisbon and they're training on Friday and Saturday, Eddie Nketiah will be among those players that will have really returned to play for Arsenal in there for you. And it's almost a painful decision to make. You get? Without Leandro Trossard and Eddie Nketiah, Arteta will be calling Gabriel Jesus in his office, talking to him about whether he's fit and feeling okay. Then he'll call the physios to give him the medical bit of it, to ask him and to weigh the two on what is the best for the club of Arsenal. Why? As it stands, they have no centre forward. And Jesus is with them in Portugal, and it's really going to be a very hard decision or difficult decision to make, whether to hurry back Jesus or not. So it's a hard decision for them to make, and I think the boast of Leandro Trossard and Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah will help him not to rush back Gabriel Jesus, because he knows the repercussions that if at all he gets a setback, then both won't benefit. Arsenal won't benefit, and the player won't benefit as they really head into the final bend of the season. And if at all you're having Jesus available, Eddie Nketiah available, Leandro Trossard available, that means you're having a luxury. You're having a wide range of strikers to pick on. But this time around, he has no luxury, and it looks like he's left with only one centre forward in the names of Gabriel Martinelli. And he has really talked and reported to us about his thoughts on Martinelli and his plan to bring him as a centre forward today and in the game of Fulham, if at all Jesus, Nketiah, or Leandro Trossard are not past fit to play on Sunday and on Thursday. Now, he has said we have different options with different qualities and different profiles to play in that position. Obviously, with the absence of Eddie especially and Leo, we have to see and adapt in relation to what our opponent is. One thing that I've really paid attention to detail to on this story here is that he's not talking about Jesus in the absentees. You get? He would have said in the absence of Eddie especially and Leandro Trossard, with Gabriel Jesus having known to be hurried back. You get? Meaning that maybe we might see Jesus today on the field of play, guys. You get? But he's talking about Martinelli to lead the line. I think he can lead the line, especially playing against a team like Lisbon that gives you space and they try to play a high line. They play an open type of football. They don't really play a low block. They don't park the bus. They really want to play an open game of football that Mikel Arteta likes to play against. He would like to play any team that plays like that. That is Mikel Arteta for you. And is eager to go on and really get Gabriel Martinelli onto the front line to lead the line. And I think he can get the job done there. Why? You can't tell me that Sporting Lisbon is one of those teams that really have, or is one of those teams that has got one of the best defenses in Europe. They're not having good defenses, and in their record, the best players they've sold are fullbacks, central midfielders, and forwards. I've never seen a decent centre back coming in from Sporting Lisbon. You can really get me one, but I've seen Pedro Porro, right back to Spurs. He's a very good player. I've seen Matheus Nunes, central midfielder, Ronaldo, Cristiano, Nani, Bruno Fernandes, and very many others. They are good at selling midfielders, wide forwards, strikers, fullbacks, but they are not known for having decent defenders. That's it, guys. So, guys, That is it for now. Tell me your thoughts about Arteta snubbing Real Madrid and tells Arsenal I'm here for keeps. What are your thoughts about Martinelli leading the line today and Leandro Trossard and Nketiah boost ahead of the Fulham game? May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later, my beautiful mates. I love you guys. Bye-bye.